And we're back. All right, part two. Yeah. And so the leadership team, like I said, we're gelling. We're learning how to gel. It's a new team, and we got thrust into an unlikely situation pretty quickly. But it's been really good, and I really feel like each one of us brings something to community, which is really good. And God, for myself personally in this season, I really feel like it's the same as before, when the beginning of the year, where I really feel like God was challenging me to challenge the community about vision, hopes, and dreams. And yeah, that's kind of been where I'm at. Like, I came off of a fast back in August, and I'll go into that shortly, but God's really put a pressing on me to really champion people and challenge them. Because I really want to see people step into things. I really know each one of us was called here for vision. Myself, personally, I still keep coming back to, like, in 2004, God called me for my art. And that's what my focus is. Like, along the way, I'm doing a lot of discipleship, which I realize I have a huge heart for. I recognize the need for discipling other people, particularly men discipling younger men. And the reality is, I'm 34, so that makes me a man, so I should be discipling. And the importance of being discipled by someone. And so I realize that's something I walk in. I have a very pastoral heart. I care for the community. I care for people. And yeah, that's been great. And that's been something that's bringing me joy and satisfaction. And it's something I want to definitely carry. But coming back to, Lord, you called me to Japan for my art. You called me to reach the people of this nation. You called me to, I'm going to cry a little bit, sorry. You called me to reach the lost and to minister and to show your love and care for them, that they are not orphans, that their lives matter. And I feel like there's been a stirring in me again to kind of refocus onto that, and to kind of draw that out of people, because I think there's been a lot of, for myself included, getting to the place of just being comfortable and almost forgetting why I'm here. I'm ministering to and discipling a lot of young guys. Like I said, half Japanese. I have a lot of fellowship with them, but my dream is so much bigger, and the thing that God put in my heart is so much bigger, and I want to be moving towards that. Unless God says, like He's said for a little bit, to pause, but it's something I really want to see this nation change. I really want to see this nation change. I want to see the people, particularly young men, grow up with a sense of moral and values unlike ever before, and to really understand God's heart for themselves and for the people around them. And one place that God's really pressing really hard in me, Japan is very open with, particularly in anime, with sex and nudity and adult things, and it's actually been something that's been ticking me off lately, and I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it being in this nation. I'm sick of it being in the world, but particularly this nation, because it's shown to young people so quickly. It's introduced in mediums, art, music, movies, very easily. You can access it anywhere, even on, like, they don't try to make it like hard, kind of, and by hard I mean like US, where it's like you have to be 18 older to look in certain sections of stores. But in here, it's like literally the kids section is right next to the adult section, and there's nothing stopping it. And that makes me angry. And so I want to start pushing in some capacity to start changing that mindset here. Yeah, and so God's been really stirring that in me, in my dreams and vision. He's kind of been challenging me to go and stir up other people again. And so it's exciting, actually, I won't lie. I feel like I'm all over the place, sorry. It's the morning. What else has God been doing to me? Like I said, back in August, I did a fast. It was really cool. It was the first fast I've ever actually done on my own. Like, I really felt like God was asking me to do a Daniel fast. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, what's the point of this? And I was like, it's breakthrough. It's always breakthrough. And then God was like, yeah, it's breakthrough. But intimacy with me is probably the bigger heart of it. And I really ran with that. And I won't lie, I did a 3-4 week Daniel fast, but like I said, I won't lie. On the final couple of days, I remember thinking, this is pointless. this is absolutely pointless. Nothing's going to happen from this. I feel worse with God. I don't feel anything. I should quit. And I'm so grateful I didn't, because something changed at the end of that fast. And I've been walking very differently. Like, I have felt a personal zeal with God, or that gets me excited. And I get excited to talk about his goodness, and I want to share that with people. I want to talk about just his faithfulness to me in all my times, how he jokes with me. I want to share his intimacy and relationship that he has with me. And I want to go into the Word. I love worship. It's been really cool, and it's been, I don't know, it's been like a different thing as life just so awoken in me. And I'm so grateful for it. I really am grateful. And it's been, I know it's something that has been recognized. People sometimes you wonder, is it just me? Is it just like, am I coming off a spiritual high or something like that? And people still have talked to me about it and said, like, you seem different. You're walking differently. And so it's just really cool. Just a simple thing that God simply just asked me, like, hey, do a fast, David. Or you should do a fast. And me just being like, yeah, I'll do it. And just what that turned into. So it's been really, really cool. And I've been really, really blessed. And I know that's going to carry me into this next season on how do I minister and disciple and talk with people. Because the reality is, if I'm not excited about time with God, if I'm not excited to talk and share about him, how can I speak that into people in this community? How can I speak that into the lost? How can I make them hungry for it if I'm not hungry? And so I think it's been God really speaking to me about that. And so that's been really, really good. Yeah, and then I have a couple more minutes before I have to stop and do another video. Yeah, where was I going to go with that? Yeah, anyways, I'll just go back to just God really, he's been good. He's been with me. He's been challenging me in a lot of ways. And I'm very blessed. Before I go. Also for me personally, we do a ministry called Living Room. I've talked about it before. And because of COVID, we've been streaming it on YouTube every Tuesday night in Japan, so depending where you are, it's a different time. But it's on YWAM Tokyo YouTube. And I have recently joined the team as the cajon or box drum player. And so that's been really cool for me, because it's something I do enjoy, but like through music especially, I know music ministers and speaks to people so much, particularly worship. For me, it's like cool to be like, I can use this gift to glorify God and use it to minister and to speak to others to come seek him. And so, yeah, it's a really exciting thing. This is specifically, Living Room is meant for, especially for the Japanese. And so, if you ever listen to one of our streams, videos, there's no videos right now, it's just audio. But if you listen to it, there's a lot of Japanese in there, and we sing a lot of Japanese songs. A lot of our songs are our own right now because due to licensing issues, you cannot sing songs over YouTube without having to pay for them. So we use a lot of YWAM Tokyo songs. But a lot of it's in Japanese, and it's meant to reach to the Japanese. And it's really cool. And so it's awesome to be like, I'm helping pushing the glory of God out into this nation, even while I'm sitting here just hitting a box drum. So yeah, God's been good on that front. I'm reaching another mark, so I'm going to just pause it, and then we'll start part 3.